The secret old money women never tell outsiders. I wasn't born into it. I didn't inherit it. But while studying at a top university in the UK, I met the children of old money families. Through classes, parties, and quiet dinners, I was invited into their world, a world most people only glimpse from the outside. I learned quickly that this world runs on rules the public never hears. And there is one secret that old money women will never tell an outsider. A secret I saw with my own eyes, in drawing rooms and over long weekends in the country. Stay with me until the end, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. 1. The secret is in the signals. Old money women speak an unspoken language. They don't need flashy cars or dripping jewels. Their status is carried in micro-signals. The tilt of the head, the pace of their walk, the way they glance without lingering. I learned quickly, they aren't trying to be noticed. They're trying to be recognized by those who matter to them. Everyone else is background noise. 2. Stillness is status 1. Of the first things I noticed was how still they are. No fidgeting. No restless scrolling on a phone. When they stand like marble. When they sit, they sink into the chair as though it was made for them. That stillness commands more respect than the loudest voice. It says, I have nowhere else to be. I have all the time in the world, and people treat you differently when they believe that. 3. The rule of understatement. In that world, the most powerful women wear clothes that fit perfectly, but whisper rather than shout. A perfectly tailored navy coat, a single strand of pearls, a silk blouse so fine it seems to disappear in the light. As an outsider, I was used to thinking that looking rich meant showing it. They taught me the opposite. The less obvious the signal, the more powerful it becomes. 4. Names over labels. When I asked once, who makes your coat? She didn't name a brand. She named a tailor in Florence who only worked for people he knew personally. The necklace? A gift from a godmother, not a store purchase. In that world, the question is never, what are you wearing? It's, who made it for you? And if you want to borrow this power, you find artisans, not brands. 5. Silence is a weapon. In my first private dinner among them, I learned the hardest rule. Never fear silence. I was tempted to fill gaps with chatter, to prove I belonged. But the women who were truly listened to spoke less. They allowed silences to linger like expensive perfume. And in those spaces, people revealed more than they intended. 6. Scarcity in social life. These women were never everywhere. They could decline invitations without apology, and when they did appear, it felt like a rare sighting. The outsider in me thought, isn't it better to be seen more? But in their world, scarcity breeds demand, and being too available cheapens your value. 7. Perfect maintenance. Every detail was cared for. Shoes resoled before they wore out. Cashmere brushed after every wear. Skin treated as an investment, not a vanity. The illusion of effortlessness takes constant maintenance, but because it's done behind closed doors, the result feels like magic. 8. The company they keep. I noticed they were never photographed, never even seen, with people who could damage their image. Their social circles were curated as carefully as their wardrobes. Every friendship, every partnership was strategic. In their world, who you stand next to says as much about you as what you wear. 9. The art of controlled charm. They were warm, but in a measured way. A smile when it meant something, not out of politeness. A compliment that landed like a rare gem because it was never given freely. Charm, I realized, wasn't about being liked by everyone. It was about being unforgettable to a select few. 10. The real secret. And here it is, the secret old money women never tell outsiders. Everything is intentional. Every gesture, every pause, every choice is made with purpose. But it's wrapped in such ease, you'd swear it's effortless. And that is the trick. Because if you notice the performance, it fails. If you don't notice, it works on you completely. The real secret isn't what they do, it's why they do it. And the why is always about preserving power. You don't need to be born into that world to borrow its rules. You don't need a family estate to carry yourself with quiet authority. What you need is control over yourself, your image, and the effect you have on others. Old money isn't just an inheritance of wealth, it's an inheritance of mindset. And that is something you can claim for yourself.